Residents in southern Tasmania are demanding to know why cloud seeding was conducted over the Derwent River catchment the day before the worst floods in 40 years. Cloud seeding is a technique used to increase rain. Hydro Tasmania has confirmed it flew a cloud seeding flight despite the weather warning.
All right, guys, welcome in. Man, what a rough start. Like, my scenes have changed. I don't know what the heck happened here. I have to, let me see if I can move this around, because things aren't right. They're not where they're supposed to be. So if I hit the wrong scene, it's not because I don't know where it is. It's because things have changed here. So bear with me here. All right, let me try this. It may go into music or something, but hey, let's give it a try here. Ah, there it is. Wow, man. I don't know who they love to come in here and mess with me. Anyway, what I'm showing you here, I'm over here at the D Live. YouTube's been screwing with us so bad. Every night they demonetize, and I got to do a manual review. Nobody's getting notifications. Thumbs up are going away. Thumbs down are coming up. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Anything you talk about that they don't like, they just hide the video. Anyway, over here, this is what D Live looks like. If I'm not live, it'll say The Awakening. The link is right there. The first link underneath these show links. That'll get you here. And you don't have to subscribe, but if you do, if you subscribe and follow this, you'll get all your notifications. You get every notification, and at least you'll know that we're going live. And the quality over here is way better than YouTube. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and close this down, and we're gonna jump into all these crazy articles. And I forgot to share the stream out over to Facebook and stuff. But anyway, hey, we're just going to jump into this because there's just so much stuff to cover. So we got this Antarctica is melting so fast that scientists are proposing shooting artificial snow out of cannons to slow it down. Antarctica is losing ice faster than ever in recorded history. 2 glaciers by the western part of the continent are on the verge of collapsing. I'm going to have to call BS on this. And it's pretty strange because there's other articles that come out like this one. If you look up here, well, I don't show you guys up in the search bar, but it says Antarctica sea ice hits 35-year high record Saturday. So what they're doing is they're giving you 2 sides to the same coin. They're like but down here in the title, Antarctica sea ice levels have shrunk to record lows for June. But when you go down even farther, it's showing that the ice is growing. All the graphs are showing it growing, but they only go from 1981 to 2017. Like, they're trying to make it look like it's shrinking. And then, where is it here? Antarctic sea ice has grown to a record large extent for a second year straight, baffling scientists seeking to understand why the ice is expanding rather than shrinking in a warming world. On Saturday, the ice extent reached 19.51 million square miles, according to the data at the National Snow and Ice Data Center website. See, they're just liars, man. We know that we've had so many volcanic activity. We've got so much fires going on. We got so much weather modification going on. They're trapping the heat in. You know, if they weren't creating a blanket over us, the heat would escape at night. But it won't, because we're trapped in a fog of crap. It's all created. And coming out of the propaganda Fox News here, I had another article on this that I wanted to compare, but I can't find it now because the way they word this stuff is just crazy. So the FBI raid uncovers buckets of body parts, unsettling scenes. And when you get down in here, a former Arizona body donation center is facing multiple lawsuits after the FBI raid revealed body parts piled on top of each other, a cooler filled with penises, and a head that were sewn onto another body. Court documents released this month. This is a biological resource center. What do you think? This is some Frankenstein stuff going on here. So 2013, the company was allegedly selling bodies without a head for $2,900, a torso with a head for $2,400, and a leg for $1,100. What are these people doing with this stuff? That is some crazy nutbags there. So then this article comes out. Weed killers makes frogs lay eggs. And we're talking male frogs. One of the most common weed killers in the United States can transform male frogs into fully functional females. A new study says this is what they want. This is just biowarfare. Changing the DNA. They're doing it to the people. That's why kids, they're going through this gender identity crisis. The same biowarfare is being used on the people, on the kids. So the so-called pregnant man has company. One of the most common weed killers in the United States can make frogs lay eggs. This is just a bioweapon. This is a test just to show what they're actually trying to do. Which brings me to the current world population. Thanks for whoever sent this to me. I forgot to write down your name. It's pretty crazy, but this website, it's in the link, shows you the current world population in real time. You can see the births today, the deaths today, population growth today, and you'll see these numbers go up and then they'll go way down. Then they'll go up, then they'll go down. There is not a problem with overpopulation, regardless of what they say. It's all a lie. It's all a lie. And look, if we go back here from 1951 to 2019, look how low it's going. It's going low because they're killing us all. They're doing the slow kill. It's the eugenics program. So yeah, pretty crazy. You could look into this. Articles in the description. We got mega fire news going on everywhere. I-5 fire burning near Canyonville sends firefighter to the hospital. I mean, we got fires going everywhere. Wait till you see the worldview map on some of this stuff. We got Alaska wildfires burn more than 3,400 square miles. And there's a reason why they're burning all this stuff up. I'm going to show you here in just a little bit once we get to it. Look, here's the fire map. We'll get into this here in a minute. Hold on, there was other things I wanted to get into. I don't have all these in order, so. It just snuck up on us. Scientists stunned by a city killer asteroid that just missed Earth. Alan Duffy was confused on Thursday. The astronomer's phone was suddenly flooded with calls from reporters wanting to know why a large asteroid that just whizzed past Earth, and he couldn't figure out why everyone was so alarmed. I thought everyone was getting worried about something we knew was coming. Duffy, the lead scientist at the Royal Institute of Australia, told the Washington Post. Forecasts have already predicted that a couple of asteroids would be passing relatively close to Earth this week. Then he looked up the details for the hunk of space rock named asteroid 2019 OK. I was stunned, he said. It was a shock. Did anybody get the warning? No. They're not going to tell us if something's going to hit us. That one must have been really close. That's why they didn't really bring it out. More news out of Missouri. More crazy news. Now, there was a train the same day as the nuclear event training they were doing yesterday, but there was a train full of military equipment that went through Missouri, and then we had this today. This happened yesterday. Nearly 70 train cars derail along tracks in Mercer County, Missouri. What was in these? Oh, emptying sand along the tracks. What are they doing with the sand? You can't use sand to build up levees that I know of. So it's under investigation. That's all the info they got on it right now. Just a huge derailment. I mean, look at them things all bunched together. Here, let's play this, baby. May not play. We'll give it a try. Yeah, it's probably not going to play. Not enough bandwidth. Well, let's see if I can stop it even. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and shut that down just so we, oh no, I shut the wrong one down. Alright, so here's some of the fires going on in the Arctic. Unprecedented wildfires in Arctic have scientists concerned. Now, when you look at this picture, you see the green is green. The fire is fire color. What's all this purple? Is that barium or aluminum particles? What is that? So many wildfires are burning in the Arctic, they're visible from space. The satellite images reveal huge flumes of smoke across uninhabited lands in Siberia, Greenland, and Alaska. Summer fires are common in the Arctic, but not on this scale. No, they're not. They're always planned. And we'll show you the plan. Alright, we're done with that one. Here was the other killer asteroid, just missed Earth, and almost nobody saw it coming. Activists measured and videotaped 5G radiation levels at a festival, and it wasn't pretty. I didn't get to read this or nothing. Here, well, I'm going to say that one, so I'll probably do a separate video on that. And then we got this biotechnology website here. I need to dig into this one too. But we'll probably find out some strange stuff going on with that. Like I said, I wasn't real ready for this, so we're just going to wing it. Costa Rica begins nationwide HPV vaccination campaign. Vaccines were administered Monday at the National Children's Hospital. The event marked the beginning of an effort to vaccinate every 10-year-old girl, at least 35,000 people in the country, against cancer-causing virus. Well, you can almost bet that these are going to give them cancer, or it's going to make them infertile. Something's going to go wrong. Pray for these people. We have a Chernobyl-style disaster, a risk at an abandoned Siberian chemical factory. Officials warn this is a different one. The abandoned chemicals factory in Siberia could cause an environmental disaster akin to the 1986 Chernobyl nuclear accident unless urgent action is taken to tackle it. The factory still contains an array of toxic substances, the head of the state environment watchdog said. So they need to act now. I mean, this thing is in bad shape. But there's another reason. We're still not there yet. I'm looking for my link. Where'd my link go? Here it is. Here's one of them. If you didn't know, they're planning and building this railway that's going to run all through the United States, all through Canada, up into Alaska, underneath the Bering Strait, over into Siberia, Russia, right where all these fires are going on, right where these disasters are, all these no-go zones. They're putting in the one world train. We've talked about this all the time, and you can pretty much see where all these fires in the real-time fire map that are going on is following these routes. This is called the Inter-Bering 15,000-mile Alaska Canada Railway won support back on June 27th. This is connected to all the lower 48 states, and it's going to be connected all the way to China. You can see the Bering Strait proposed. You know, when they say it's proposed, it's already going. They've already built the tunnels. It's going to go across the English Channel. Look, it's going to go everywhere, man. This is a mega train. This is part of the one world government, the one world religion. This is all going to be, this is their main goal. You know, we've seen China had another big boring drill bit like that. They're building all kinds of underground stuff. So yeah, it's already going. But you won't hear about this in the mainstream. You're not going to hear that Russia and America are working on a tunnel together. Also China, they're all in on it. All these corrupt officials are in on it. This is trillions and trillions of dollars. So yeah, this is definitely going on. Lightning lights up Okanagan skies, causing spot fires. You know, they're always blaming these on lightning, and if you really go look, there was probably no lightning. I mean, I didn't look at this one, but a lot of times there isn't lightning. A lot of times it could be from volcanic, or it's intentional fires that are being started. The rise of the Satanic Temple in Canada. You know, they're taking down our history, you know, with all our monuments across America, but yet you can put up satanic. I mean, that tells you right there where we're at, where we stand. This has come out of WebMD. A new report finds that almost 60% of the country's water-tested beaches were too polluted for safe swimming at least once last year. Can you imagine what it is this year? So they're contaminating all the waters. I'm telling you, they're going to mess every water aquifer up they can. Then they're going to try to bottle and say the rivers of the sky. They're already taking full control of it now. Europe hit by heat wave and hailstorms. Experts warn Greenland ice could melt. It's going to melt because they're going to make it melt. None of this is Mother Nature. We know who's ruling the planet right now. It's showing every day. Now I want to jump into the worldview map. We got tons of geoengineering going on. Tons of aerosols being deployed. But I want to show you the dead zone from these floods. Let me get this where I had it pretty clear. Okay, so here it's pretty clear. We can see the chemtrails, but what I want you to look at, see the green grass, and here's the white line is the borderline. Here's a highway. This is the river that's flooded. Let me go back to 2018. Whoops. So you can see this dead zone, how wide it is. We're talking, that's probably 60, 70 miles across. Now let me take this back to 2018. Get this on the right layer. I had something loaded here. I got to get it on the right layer that I had it on. Give me a second here, because this is pretty okay. So I had it on that layer. So this is the dead zone coming out of Nebraska, going through Iowa, all the way down through Missouri. And now let me try to take this back to 2018 so you can see there is no brown. There is no dead zone in here. I was trying to see if there's a better, clear picture here. I mean, that's pretty good, though. So you can see the river was just barely right on this borderline. Look, it's all green from the borderline over to the highway. Everything's all green. This is 2018, exactly 1 year ago today. Look, they're spraying aerosols 1 year ago today. So now let me click it back up to today. Look at that. That's a dead zone. So the floods are still going on. It's major. I mean, you follow this, you can see, look at all the land being wiped out around Carrollton, Missouri. Look at that. That's all dead zone. That's all farmlands that were clobbered by the floods. And you can follow this all the way through Missouri, all the way down through St. Louis, all the way down to Mississippi. I mean, we have major problems going on that no mainstream is talking about. So the aerosols were definitely being deployed all over Kansas, Missouri, Iowa, Nebraska, up into South Dakota, all across Nebraska. We have giant X's in the sky. Right here over North Platte, you have the big Super X. Aerosols deployed. Aerosols in Colorado, Wyoming, Kansas. Wichita is getting hit pretty hard. Same with the lakes out here. See this lake? See how wide it is? Let's go back. I think I had to go back to 2016 to get a clear day. So, it's pretty small. Then we need to go back up to 2018, 2019. Mass river flooding still going on. Yeah, some of the water's down, but they're still flooding way up here. They're flooding up in the border. I mean, they're flooding way up here. Minnesota's getting hammered right now with the trails. You have a mass spraying operation over the border of Canada. So all the rain's still coming down from up here. You got to remember, they blew the dams in South Dakota. In fact, look, you can see this brown area. That's all dead zone. That's been ruined by the floods. I mean, it's huge. So there's a lot of stuff that they're not going to talk about. We got fires over here in Oregon, big time fires. We can click the layers and see how this thing started from nothing. I had it where it was just like one little ball. Maybe that was yesterday. So yesterday, here's what it looked like. Just one little bitty fire. And if you go straight out, there was 2 aerosols that were deployed. Did these drift over? So everything looked pretty clear. You had a couple little spot fires up here in Washington. You can already see where the scars are from the other fires. Well, we can tell you right now, lightning didn't cause this. There's no clouds. And we're looking at yesterday's right here. That's what it would look like yesterday. You know, it's about as big as it got. We go up to today. Now it's a raging inferno. And as you look back a couple days, that's right where the aerosols were deployed, man. They've already sent out the accelerants on this stuff. We back out a little bit. The fires all over Alaska. Right where all the aerosols were being deployed is where the fires are. It's like I mean, that looks pretty wild there. I'm trying to get it to clear up a little bit. I want to give that thing a second to load. Aerosols being deployed up in the Arctic. The whole map's not even loaded yet. So big aerosols deployed all over the Midwest. And then if you go down south, San Antonio, Texas, Austin, Texas, right where they're doing the weather modification. These are being cloud seeded. We already have the proof. We have the Texas Weather Modification Association meeting. I'm still editing that video. I mean, it's over an hour and a half long. I'm trying to take out all the highlights on it so that we can run it and prove that they're cloud seeding. They're targeting these clouds, and they're even doing it during the thunderstorms. When there's a severe thunderstorm warning, they were allowed to keep seeding a couple of these storms. I'm going to break that out here the next day or two. We got fires going on in Texas, spraying all over Texas. Back this out a little bit. We have a nasty deployment of aerosols out off the coast of Delaware, Philadelphia, Washington, Virginia Beach. So look at this nasty spraying operation going up the East Coast, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida. I mean, this was a big time nasty spraying out. Look at the color of this stuff. We can click the layers and bring it out and show you it was all done by aircraft. I mean, we got super grids. Look, we bring it down to as they first started. We can see the liners that were being deployed. This is all man-made synthetic clouds. So big time spraying operation here. So this was probably all sprayed over land. This is drifting out over in the Pacific or in the Atlantic. Now I could have swore in here I seen a really crazy cloud formation. Let me see if I can find that. Like, you could tell they were hitting it with the frequencies. It's weird, I'm not seeing it. Maybe that was another spraying operation I was looking at. So yeah, tons of planes are just wiping the sky out over here. Look at this big double liner going over Washington, D.C., over Delaware. Yeah, man, look at that nasty grid patterns everywhere, big giant X's. So you got a mass manipulation going on all across the eastern side. This is where the storms are, going down into Texas. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, they're spraying this little system down here. We'll have to take a look at the forecast models and see if they're trying to conjure something up. Hey, thanks out there, Bamboo. Oh, and thanks out there to Charlie there down in West Plains, Missouri. Got the PO today. Thanks, much love out there. That definitely helped us this month for sure. Look at this spraying operation by Barcelona. Look at all these X's in the sky out here. Just out here in the middle of nowhere. They have a weather generator right here. I've seen some crazy frequencies coming out of this. So, yeah, crazy, man. So spraying going on all over France, Spain. Portugal's back in action. One thing we learned to keep in mind for when stuff goes down. Over here in Portugal, over the winter, so they got real light spraying. Oh, what happened over here is all their Nextrad sites went down. And they were getting completely bombarded every day with the aerosols that were being deployed. Look at the frequencies in them clouds. Well, what happened is their radars went down for a good 2-3 weeks. They could not fly the weather engineering planes. They were shut down. They couldn't fly anything because they had no radar. The weather went perfectly clear out here. All the bad weather went way below or way above. So just for information to know, when the Nextrads aren't working, they can't steer this stuff. They can't seat it either. They can't see it to seat it. They can't steer it when there are no Nextrads. The UK, you're getting sprayed again. All over the UK. I'm still trying to figure out where I seen that crazy, just crazy blatant cloud formation where you could see they were hitting the frequencies like big time. That might have been over in another country. I was just trying to see if I could spot that. Tons of spraying going on back down in Argentina. What do we got going? We got anything going on over here? I really doubt it. If I can get this to load, we have spraying operations over the Red Sea, Saudi Arabia, Mediterranean Sea. We got light spraying going on. And we got some kind of weird flume looking there in Mongolia. I think that's Mongolia or that's Russia, but look at the fire smoke up here in Russia. You know what you're going to find out when this loads? They're spraying aerosols. They're setting these fires. They're spraying accelerant on them. I mean, this is going all the way up in Kazakhstan. The fires all the way across Russia. The whole thing's on fire. I haven't been able to look at the chat, guys. Sorry, I can't look at that while I'm going through all this stuff. So yeah, it's definitely a global attack for sure. I mean, these fires, we showed when this first started, they were spraying the skies, and then all of a sudden, like, it looked like they dropped a cluster bomb out here. See, here's all the aerosols right here being deployed. This will probably be the next fire zone. I wouldn't be surprised tomorrow if we tune in and there'll be a bunch of these little bitty fires going on over here. I mean, look at them. It's like they dropped cluster bombs. I mean, if you measured between all these fires, it's a long ways apart. Doesn't seem like it wants to load too good. I had all this pretty loaded. We can go down here to Australia. We have heavy aerosols going on. You got to zoom in here pretty good to get them. You also have fires. Same thing going on in America. They're doing the same plan down here. So we got fires. And then you see the complete whiteout from the aerosols. I'm going to get this down where we can see it real good, because you can see the X's in the sky. Same scenario. So all up in here, this is all aerosols. All these are. Can't find that right layer. And then you got the fires. Aerosols, then you got fires. Hell, we can go way down here into Australia. And I know for a fact there's some heavy aerosols down here. Like, yeah, look at this guy right here. Look at the shadow coming off this chemtrail. So you got the chemtrail right here, the white line. Then you got the black line down here on the ground, more chemtrails. That's one heavy aerosol. So it's a worldwide event. It's part of the UN. It's the eugenics program, the depopulation program. They're spraying out here in the North Islands of New Zealand. So out here in the middle of the ocean, they're spraying. They're in Auckland, Hamilton, the Bay of Plenty. Plenty of chemtrails being deployed. I didn't check the ship tracks. Let's see if I can add that layer real quick. And we'll just see what we got. Yeah, Oregon's got a big fire, man. We just showed it. Big fire now. It looks like it just keeps growing. They set it up, man. They set this up. We knew the fires were coming. Well, it's not loading very good, but just looking here right off the bat, I'm not really. Oh, there's some ship tracks right there, right underneath Alaska. A little bit of bunker fuel being deployed. We have bunker fuel being deployed right where the fire is. Look at this right here, this long yellow line. We also have one here. We have one here. That is suspect. Usually don't get bunker fuel this close to the coast, but we have it here today. Pretty strange, it's right here with the fire. So it goes right on up, same height as the fire, same southern part of the fire. And then you also have a few right here off the coast, right where the oil refineries are. Just trying to see if there's any other big operations. They're just not standing out real good today. All right, let's go check the weather stuff real quick. Oh man, I just shut that down. Oh well. Check a couple of the weather things. Go ahead. We'll just do the last 24 hours, make this go a little quicker. Really, the aluminum particles almost act like thermite. And for all we know, there could be thermite in these chemtrails. We don't know. We know there's a lot of sulfur. Let's go ahead and put this on the cirrus layer. I'm going to go ahead and add this, get this up to the 200 frames. So we still have Invest 90E, Invest 99E, and a tropical depression Nari up there by Japan. Let's go ahead and check the mimic too while we're, oh no. What The heck did I just do? Oh, I know what I did. I didn't mean to do that, but I made it make a new window. That's what happened. All right, while we're waiting on this to load, I'll pause that, let that load. We'll check a couple other little things. All right, let's see what we got here. So the atmospheric river is not doing the old wispy waves. Look, it's just all kind of flowing in one direction. It's not, look, the waves aren't really going down, swirling around like they're supposed to. It looks like they've done something to the atmospheric river and they're pulling it all up into the Arctic. Look at all that. It's being pulled up right over Alaska up into the Arctic. You don't see any atmospheric river going in the Antarctic. It's all going north. Not see where they got the two low pressures. You're not seeing any kind of spinning with the atmospheric. The river looks dead. The atmospheric river looks like it's just messed up. It's not working like it should. Yeah, they got this thing hijacked right now. And you notice the whole atmospheric river is running at much slower than it normally does. It's all going from east to west. Until you get over here by India and it's running backwards. Why is that? Why does everything start running backwards right here? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Yep, of course they're going to buffer us here on YouTube. Man, if I could afford it, I would upload these all to the backup channel in HD. But man, it's like, it costs almost $20 a video to upload one HD video. It's ridiculous. So it looks like we got a, looks like they're going to try to say something's going to form down here in the Bajas. I don't know. We'll see. See what the current storms are. Doesn't look like nothing to write home about here. Man, I'm getting tired. I just can't, like, it's like I can't stay up past 10:30, 11 o'clock anymore. Like I probably never get to go up to my observatory. I cannot stay up long enough. So just kind of cycling through here. See if we got any kind of tropical stuff coming. Yeah, it's still pretty warm. It wasn't as hot today, but it felt hot because of all the humidity here in Missouri anyway. All right, we'll get more into this forecast here later in the weekend here. Nothing really too big going on. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Oh, I did. I got a little clip. If anybody didn't watch the video, if I can find it here, I'll play just a real quick clip of it. If I got it here, I don't know. That's not it. Like, all my scenes have changed positions here. All right, here's just a quick little clip. If you haven't seen it, this is just the freaky part. Stuff. This is the number 2. He's a lot meaner. He's already reached through and grabbed my tennis shoe. Might be a little hard to get him out of here. So I'm gonna try to get him out without being attacked here.
Honey, I think you should put that phone down.
You want to do the phone?
Yeah, I'll do.
All right, we're gonna try this.
Mike.
All right, he's a little meaner one. Hopefully he don't chase me.
Man.
I almost need to distract him.
He's distracted, he's digging.
Is he? Oh, I'm kind of close. I need to distract him here so I can get the door open, but he keeps shutting the door. Man, he's a lot meaner. I'm gonna let you go.
Be careful.
Now that was one mean ass raccoon, let me tell you. That thing was mean. The first one we caught was really nice. And in fact, it enjoyed the car ride over to let it go. I let that one go in the same spot. It took quite a while to get that sucker out. He didn't take off running. He didn't attack me. But yeah, that was like a night and day. But go check out that whole video if you want. Aerosols being deployed all over Texas, all over everywhere. And here we, oh wow, that looks like a face right there. Hold on. That looks like George Washington's face or something. Wow, that's just weird looking. It almost looks like a big face. What's this little circle thing right there? You know, when I glanced over at that, it just looks like a some kind of big face, man. That's weird. Look at all that bunker fuel in the air over here and the fire smoke. See what this looks like on the microphysics. This might give us a little better view here. Look at that thing just blossom up from the aerosols. That's right where the aerosols were deployed. You can see the dark blue lines. That's the chemtrails. Cloud seeding operations. Like I said, I'm working on getting that 2019 Texas Weather Modification the Licensing Bureau did a hour-and-a-half long video on the cloud seeding operations that they've conducted over Texas. And there's some pretty interesting stuff in there. I mean, they were talking about how they even seeded a storm that was a severe storm, and they seeded it anyway. But hopefully I can have that ready maybe by Sunday's broadcast. It's still going to be about a 30-minute long video, but I mean that's information people need to know, that they're seeding the storms. They're seeding the sky. They can't deny it anymore. We have too much proof to show what's going on. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call this a night. We'll jump in here tomorrow night. Hopefully I'll be a little more refreshed for tomorrow night. Anyway, guys, much love. We'll catch you. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hit the right scenes here. We'll give it a try. So we'll try to hit the song Rise. I'll try to find all the end songs. Come join you in chat. I'll jump over to the D Live, give away the treasure chest. And make sure if you guys are having a hard time getting notifications and losing your subscription, go over to the D Live and subscribe to that. Here, I'll bring it back up again. And it's D Live TV, above ground world news. You can see Dabu streaming over here, Lift the Bell streaming over here. We can go over here to my channel. We're live over there. You can send links over here. You can send GIF files, and the quality is way better. You guys could actually make money watching videos or cryptocurrency, and then you can either keep it or you can give it away to other channels that you like to watch. And like I can give away, I need to add some in here, but it takes a couple days, so I'm just gonna click the treasure chest here, and it'll distribute the little Linos or whatever they are back to the viewers. So you could donate lemons, ice cream, diamonds, Lamborghinis, Ninja Jets. It's kind of freaky to get used to, but man, you will freak out on the quality difference of a live stream over here. It's much, much better. Hey, Bamboo, thanks for the diamond out there. Oh, Bamboo just dropped us a diamond on the live show. So anyway, guys, much love. We'll catch you later. Thanks everybody out there on Facebook and Twitch and BitChute. Anyway, guys, much love. Here we go. Let's hit the exit screen. Let me hit the mute so it ain't too loud.